Moving on now, ride-hailing firm Bolt has joined forces with M-KOPA, which is a Nairobi-based African fintech platform, to launch an electric bike fleet here in Kenya. Now, the initiative presents new and existing riders with the opportunity to lease Roam and Ampersand electric motorbikes at discounted rates compared to current market standards. It will see the rollout of over 5,000 electric motorcycles within the next 3 years. And the plan aligns with Kenya's recent launch of the National E-Mobility Policy, which advocates for local production and assembly of electric vehicles. Now, Bolt has been supporting eco-friendly efforts in Africa through investments in projects focused on renewable energy and resource conservation. Well, let's find out more about this partnership from M-KOPA. We have David Damberger. He's a managing director of M-KOPA Mobility, and he joins us now. Great to have you on the show with us, Mr. Damberger. Now, of course, let's start off with this collaboration. Take us through this collaboration with Bolt and how it will help to boost eco-friendly urban mobility in Kenya.
Great, thanks for having me. Yeah, this partnership between Bolt and M-KOPA is, as you said, bringing 5,000 high-quality electric motorbikes from our partners Roam and Ampersand and bringing them to Kenya. And this is a win for Kenyans, this is a win for Kenya, and it's a win for the drivers. It's a win for the drivers because the average petrol motorbike driver is spending about 600 shillings a day on fuel to drive 100 kilometers, and it only costs them 100 shillings a day for electricity to cover the same distance. So they'll be saving about 30% of their income every day when you combine these great electric motorbikes with M-KOPA's daily financing model. It's a win for Kenyans because petrol motorbikes pollute 10 times more than the average car, and electric motorbikes will reduce pollution and carbon emissions by up to 90%. And it's a win for Kenya because over $1 billion is spent every year importing fuel for those petrol motorbikes. You can now replace that by using KPLC's power, which has excess production, especially in the nighttime when they're charging it. So overall, win for everyone.
Now, of course, M-KOPA as a company has been very active when we talk about eco-friendly innovations here in Kenya. You say you're currently the largest financier of electric motorbikes here in Kenya. So give us some insight into some of the company's other projects. Any other major deals in the works in this area?
Yeah, M-KOPA is a Kenyan-founded company, and over our 12 years, we've now sold solar home systems, smartphones, and electric motorbikes to over 4 million customers. We've deployed over $1 billion in capital, and we're really excited about the electric mobility transition that's going to happen in Kenya. So we're really focusing on there's 2.5 million petrol bike drivers in Kenya right now, and we're trying to transition those drivers over to electric so that they can save that 30 or 40% every day when they purchase.
And of course, this is all in line with the government's goal to promote local production and also the local assembly of electric vehicles in Kenya. So how else are we going to see M-KOPA pushing for this goal, especially of eco-friendly urban mobility in Kenya?
Yeah, the government has been extremely supportive so far. So not only promoting local manufacturing assembly by reducing the taxes for importing and parts and assembling locally, they've also partnered with KPLC to produce a lower cost energy tariff for charging electric vehicles. And they've just launched an e-mobility policy, as you mentioned, that's going to give drivers an access to green license plates that look really cool, so you can identify them and give them extra incentives. So the government, KPLC, have been really supportive of pushing this transition. And M-KOPA is right along for the journey, and we are utilizing our daily financing model to really target customers who usually don't have access to bank accounts and usually can't get a loan to finance any assets of theirs. And electric motorbikes are more expensive than petrol motorbikes, but when you combine the M-KOPA's daily payment system, it makes it affordable for them. And if you add in the savings they're making from petrol to electric, they're saving every single day.
Now, you mentioned there that the government has been quite supportive of the sector. So I'd like to get your take on the progress Kenya has made so far when it comes to eco-friendly urban mobility, for example. Is there infrastructure to support these developments in the sector? Where is Kenya when you compare it to other African markets?
Yeah, Kenya's a leader in Africa right now, and they're aiming to be that leader in urban electric mobility and in other spaces. Right now, they're putting out some very forward-thinking carbon market policy as well right now. And so, again, as I said before, they've been very supportive towards the industry. And sorry, remind me the second part of the question.
And where is Kenya compared to other markets? Is there the infrastructure to support, for example, this new electric motorcycles?
Yeah, so the nice thing about electric motorcycles is you don't need a heavy investment in infrastructure as you do with electric cars. You can actually take electric motorcycles and plug them into any socket anywhere, as long as you get a little laptop charger that goes along with it. It can charge the battery, so customers can charge it at home or charge it on the go. And then some companies are investing in swap stations, so the drivers can just drive up, just like a petrol station, get their empty battery removed and get a new battery in their vehicle within 3 minutes and drive off. And so that makes electric motorcycles much more appealing and will scale much faster here in Kenya and across Africa because it doesn't take as much infrastructure investment. But KPLC has just announced this week during the KPLC Mobility Conference that they are investing, I think, up to $2.5 million in infrastructure and have put up some of the first vehicle charging stations. And we know that other investors are investing in electric buses and bringing the infrastructure for the electric buses. And so we know there's a bunch of electric buses on the road in Nairobi right now, which is really exciting as well.